Warning. You're about to discover the shocking truth about diabetes your doctor won't tell you about. If you or a loved one is suffering with type 1 or type 2 diabetes or even pre-diabetes, I'm about to tell you something you've never heard before. Most diabetics have been told that once they have diabetes, no matter how much they try to control it with diet, medications, or insulin, they will always have diabetes. But that is a lie. Did you know that you can now cure your diabetes for good? And that thousands of people like you have effectively cured their diabetes permanently and without drugs? That's right. Enough of drugs. Now you can reverse and cure diabetes naturally. No more needles, no more drugs, no more side effects, no more suffering. Can you just imagine what your life is going to be like living without diabetes? Having a normal life again. Waking up every morning knowing that you don't have diabetes. No more pricking your fingers with painful needles every day. Getting off all those sickening drugs you're taking. No more feeling guilty about your food and your weight. And to end your worries about diabetic heart attack, amputation, neuropathy, blindness. Then I guarantee this will be the most important video you ever see. I'm going to reveal something that undoubtedly will change your life forever. This news is going to make your day, because this is the only proven treatment for diabetes that really works. A way to put an end to all your worries and concerns. A way to change everything. You can feel normal again. You can live a full and complete life. You can lower your blood sugar naturally. You can stop worrying about gaining weight, high blood pressure, losing your vision, or having a heart attack. And you can do it all without harmful drugs like Actos or Avandia, expensive treatments, awful side effects, crippling complications, drastic surgeries like amputations, and without years of needless suffering. What you're about to uncover can save your life or the life of someone close to you. Because unless someone is suffering every day like you are, they can't truly understand how diabetes completely rules your life. That's why I'm so excited you're here today, and why this is going to be the most important video you will ever watch. You are about to learn a revolutionary 100% scientifically proven way to stop and reverse prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. And if you have type 1 diabetes, I'm going to show you how you can radically decrease your need for insulin by at least 80%. In fact, I guarantee you're going to be shocked at how simple it is to reverse your diabetes once and for all. Grounded in overwhelming evidence, this program is specifically designed to heal this chronic degenerative syndrome, in which high blood sugar is just a symptom, and it doesn't matter whether you've been recently diagnosed or have been living with it for a long time. There is a way to stabilize your blood sugar and reverse your diabetes, and you can do it in as little as 3 short weeks. Yes, you heard me right. You could be diabetes-free 21 days from right now. But if you want to discover exactly what you must do, you need to watch this brief presentation right now. It only takes a few minutes to watch, but it will change everything you thought you knew about your diabetes. Hi, my name is Matt, and if you have diabetes, I want you to know I get how you're feeling, where you're coming from. And having personally worked for many years with some of the world's leading diabetes specialists, watching patient after patient completely reverse their diabetes in just a few weeks, it's now my mission to share this breakthrough system for reversing diabetes and creating optimal health. There's nothing like this that exists anywhere else, on or off the web, and I'm honored and grateful for the opportunity to share it with you. This pioneering remedy is the outcome of countless studies conducted over the past 3 decades by leading doctors around the world and teams of internationally respected scientists and diabetes specialists, including Nobel Prize winners. As a result, thousands of people who were in your exact same situation are now living symptom-free, all because they followed the simple guidelines of this diabetes breakthrough. But as you know, thousands aren't nearly enough. In the U.S. alone, there are 25.8 million people living with diabetes today. Sadly, as the American Diabetes Association reveals, there are 1.9 million new cases diagnosed each year, and most of these people are completely unaware, with 7 million undiagnosed people and over 79 million who are pre-diabetic and at risk of developing the same complications as diabetics: high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, and vision loss. Please don't become another statistic of the diabetes epidemic. Take control of your health, because what really matters right now is you. Because statistics don't tell your story. How every day you have to constantly worry about getting your blood sugar right. The stress and anxiety that come with managing your condition. Living with diabetes is devastating and nerve-wracking, both physically and emotionally. And from doctor visits to medications, the ongoing list of diabetes expenses can quickly add up. And even with insurance, many people are unable to afford supplies. The co-pays and other out-of-pocket costs for medications and diabetes-related devices can put them well out of reach for many diabetics. So when the answer already exists, when the solution is already there and has been for 30 plus years, wouldn't you think Big Pharma would finally put forward a real solution? A real way to end diabetes, right? That's what I used to think. In retrospect, that was very naive. As the National Diabetes Fact Sheet shows, treating diabetes is a $264 billion per year business. So there's no way the diabetes industry is going to kill its cash cow. There's way too much money to be made from treating diabetes rather than curing it. Look, you're watching this video because it's time for you to know the truth. The real reason most doctors tell you that little can be done for your diabetes, other than a horrible life of medicine and suffering, is profit. That's right. It's more profitable for the medical industry to keep you sick and medicine dependent than to cure you. And that's a very sad fact, to say the least. The lie the multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry would have you believe is that diabetes is not reversible. Yet hard scientific evidence and decades of clinical research from peer-reviewed scientific journals have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that diabetes is completely reversible. I'll show you the research in a moment. So why aren't you hearing about this? Why isn't this headline news broadcast on every news channel, every radio station, every newspaper, or taught in every medical school and used as a standard treatment in every doctor's office? Please listen carefully. The drug industry can only increase profits by getting more people to take more drugs on a regular basis. They make billions by keeping you sick and hooked on their pills for life. The pharmaceutical industry has no financial interest in healthy people. Starting to make more sense? But please understand, it's not that physicians are bad or uncaring. The system is trying to treat diseases of lifestyle with medications, which just doesn't make any sense. Listen, doctors tend to do what they get paid to do, and they get trained to do what they get paid to do. So the problem is not the people, it's the system that's broken. We don't have a healthcare system, we have a sick care system, a disease management system. Doctors are well-intentioned and hard-working people, and everyone in the system is doing their job efficiently. We just designed the jobs wrong. We pay doctors for how many patients they manage to see and for the quantity of medical care provided to each patient, dispensing more drugs, more tests, more labs, more procedures, but not for succeeding in healing people or keeping them healthy. And certainly they are not reimbursed for patient education about diet and lifestyle. Bottom line, diabetes is the biggest health epidemic we have, and the standard medical treatment is focused on medications and insulin, and it's simply the wrong approach. The fact is, there is a way to treat your condition forever, and you can do it without insulin or glucose-lowering drugs, without harmful treatments, and without having to continue to turn your life upside down. For the past 30 years, Big Pharma has done everything it can to keep the truth from you. The FDA, the U.S. government, and even your very own American Diabetes Association says, do whatever you want. Just take your drugs and you'll be fine. What are you supposed to do? Sadly, in America, we're always looking for a magic bullet, instant fix. And we believe what we're told. If you've been told there's no cure for diabetes, just take your meds and live with it. Why would you think you had any other option? Well, that's all going to change today. But you do have an option, and it is real, and it doesn't have anything to do with covering up your symptoms. It has everything to do with reversing your type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. And if you have type 1 diabetes, it could radically reduce or even completely remove your need for insulin. It's called Reverse Diabetes Today. And it's an all-inclusive, all-in-one program that has helped thousands of people reverse and treat their diabetes naturally, and often in as little as 21 days or less. It's going to change everything you think you knew about your diabetes forever. As you'll quickly discover, Reverse Diabetes Today is hands down the most effective way to a healthier new you. All without drugs, all with an easy-to-follow system, and all 100% clinically proven and guaranteed to work. More about my amazing guarantee in a moment. So what kind of results can you expect? If you're like any of our thousands of success stories, you could be seeing these kinds of results in 3 weeks. Obliterate your prediabetes, end your type 2 diabetes, put your blood sugar on autopilot, completely wipe out your need for drugs. If you have type 1 diabetes, you could even lower your insulin dose by up to or more than 80%. How is that possible, you ask? I thought diabetes couldn't be cured. You're right, at least partially. With traditional medicine, diabetes can never be cured. Traditional medicine fights diabetes through drugs that only treat the symptoms of the disease, but never deals with the root cause of the problem. Sure, your medications help you deal with your daily symptoms, but they do nothing to get to the root of your problems. The reality is, your meds and the insulin makes you 100% dependent on them. They don't do anything to help your body get well. They don't do anything to help heal the source of your problem. I'll get to your pancreas in a moment. But they do turn you into a drug junkie, and they do have side effects that can be far worse than your condition itself. And they do zilch to actually help your body become whole, healthy, and normal again. Bottom line is, drugs can't cure diabetes, as they do nothing to address the underlying causes. The good news is, your body is designed to heal itself, provided you give it what it needs to do its job. The old adage, you are what you eat, is absolutely true. The foods you put in your body affect your pancreas, and your diet is the key to rejuvenating the pancreas. Your pancreas is the heart of all your issues. It produces insulin, or in your case, it does not produce insulin. But why is that? Why did it stop doing its job? It's not a complicated organ. It only really has one job, to produce and release insulin. So why in the world would it start messing up? Well, first of all, I know it's an easy target, but don't blame your pancreas. It's innocent in all this. It's just trying to do what it was designed to do. But our modern diets, all the ridiculously processed foods, the carbs, the refined sugars, the fats, and the high fructose corn syrup that is loaded into everything we eat, they are wreaking absolute havoc on our bodies. The rates of heart disease, obesity, high cholesterol, strokes, and for you, diabetes, have all drastically skyrocketed in the past few decades, and almost all because of what we're eating. In your case, these processed foods, especially those fast absorption carbs you probably heard about, have tired out your pancreas. They're making it work harder than ever before. These same processed foods are also creating a toxic amount of acid in your stomach. And if it's in your stomach, guess where it goes next? That's right. That brutal stuff goes directly into your pancreas. And before you know it, you're in big trouble. You see, scientists have discovered that your pancreas is being asked to do a job it was never designed to do. Deal with all that acid. So instead of regulating your insulin levels, it's working overtime to neutralize them before they get further into your system. And your pancreas is getting devastated in the process. The first sign of this barrage? Pre-diabetes. Then if you don't do anything to change what's causing this war on your pancreas, you develop insulin resistance and eventually type 2 diabetes. But I don't need to tell you this, you're already there, or are quickly headed down that path. It's really an insidious thing, isn't it? But what's worse is that it's totally treatable. In Reverse Diabetes Today, we go into much more of the science behind this all. But for the quick technical explanation, just listen to what diabetes specialist Dr. Robert Young recently had to say on this point. Beta cells, the cells that produce and regulate your insulin, surrounded by acids, do not or cannot produce sufficient insulin. Acids destroy insulin receptor sites on the cellular membrane, so body cells cannot properly use the hormone. If alkalinity is not soon restored, disease, including diabetes, takes hold. But without acidosis, there can be no sickness or disease. There can be no diabetes. Did you catch that? Get rid of the acidity, and you get rid of the disease. But what's even more shocking is that Dr. Young has proven you can get rid of those damaging acids, thereby ending the cycle of destruction, so that you can, almost miraculously, restore your pancreas to optimal health. And all it takes is a few very specific but super simple diet and lifestyle changes, all of which are laid out in plain English in Reverse Diabetes Today. When you learn how to essentially give your pancreas a break, it'll get better. It'll start producing and regulating your insulin naturally again. It just needs time and the right ingredients to be able to do the job it was made to do. So instead of just masking or suppressing your symptoms with drugs that make it even harder for your body to take care of itself naturally, you can get to the very root of the issue, your pancreas, and create real, lasting change. Instead of using medication you ingest or inject, you can literally heal yourself from the inside out and live a full, normal life again. And it all begins with learning exactly how to cleanse your body of these harmful acids. In fact, a recent study put out by UCLA's renowned School of Medicine documented how people with type 2 diabetes could totally reverse their diabetes in just 21 days. With the very same changes to diet and lifestyle you're going to have the opportunity to learn with Reverse Diabetes Today. Another national study by the Diabetes Prevention Program also showed how these very precise but easy-to-follow changes that you'll find in Reverse Diabetes Today completely outperformed glucose-lowering drugs like metformin, working better than 2 times as well, without any of the side effects or problems. Again, that's why I'm so excited to be able to bring this to your attention. With Reverse Diabetes Today, you get all the help and support you need in one place. Not just drugs, not just you've got diabetes, so deal with it. We show you exactly what you need to do every day to cleanse your pancreas. Give it what it needs to heal, so you can put yourself on the fast track to being diabetes-free in, yes, as little as 3 weeks. Period. Here's just a few of the incredible things you're going to learn with Reverse Diabetes Today. You're going to discover where the worst toxins are hiding in your food and environment, and how to wipe out your cravings for them. You're going to be amazed at the everyday items that you take for granted that have hijacked your pancreas. Get the inside scoop on how to quickly and easily detoxify your body, so your pancreas can heal and you can quit your diabetes, including the most powerful acid-busting fruits and vegetables you can find in your local grocery store. You'll learn why diabetes drugs will keep you trapped in the disease and slowly make your diabetes worse, not better, including why your doctor is unintentionally lying to you. Plus, you'll get step-by-step directions on how to naturally regulate your blood sugar levels, eliminate systemic acidosis, and turbocharge your entire immune system. All with ridiculously simple and easy-to-follow diet and lifestyle changes. And you'll also get a complete guide on how you can use pioneering scientific advances to jumpstart your body's natural desire to be healthy again, and start producing insulin without the need for drugs or medicines of any kind. Now, it won't happen overnight, but if you follow everything we lay out in Reverse Diabetes Today, you'll see a change almost immediately. When you have the health blueprint you've been missing, your pancreas will heal, your blood sugar levels will self-regulate, and you'll begin to gain that precious freedom from the awful prison you've been living in. You're not going to believe how outrageously good you can feel again. You'll feel empowered, energized, and in full control of your life. No fear of crashing, no worries about constantly monitoring your levels, no prick, prick, prick. Those will soon be distant memories for you. So, you have a choice to make. Keep doing what you're doing and hope something changes. I think they call that the definition of insanity, right? Or you can make a smart choice, trust the real science, go with your gut, and make an informed decision to give your body what it needs to do what it wants to do. The best thing about Reverse Diabetes Today is that it works for people who are pre-diabetic or have type 1 or 2 diabetes. Even if you struggle with high blood sugar levels, have a family history of diabetes, are overweight, have any related complications, or feel like you've tried everything under the sun. The fact is, this is a science-based program that has been proven to work in countless studies. Why hasn't your doctor told you about it? Well, you do the math. Who influences the entire medical system? Yep, the multinational pharmaceutical companies. Who stands to lose billions if a legitimate cure is discovered that doesn't have anything to do with drugs or medical procedures? Yep, you got it. Big Pharma and the whole medical institution. So they'll do their best to discredit the science, even though it was produced by Nobel Prize winners. And they might try to convince you that a program like this is, quote, unproven alternative medicine, end quote, despite the fact that there are volumes of research conducted by their very colleagues that demonstrate its effectiveness. Stop being a pawn in their lies. End your reliance on their toxic drugs. Find out how easy it can be to throw away those needles, to get off insulin. Start living the life you deserve. With Reverse Diabetes Today, it's never been more possible. It'll take work. As they say, nothing in life comes easy. But if you're committed and willing to make simple diet and lifestyle changes, all of which are clearly outlined, then you're going to get results. You're going to experience a healthier new life. You're going to take control of your health and well-being in a way that drugs will never allow you to do. Please don't just take my word for it. Reverse Diabetes Today can give your life back, just like it's done for so many other people who've already experienced life-changing results. I want you to hear some of their stories and see firsthand how these ex-diabetics reverse their diabetes in as little as 3 weeks or less. Nicola shares, I'm so glad I found your ebook on the web. I've been a type 2 diabetic sufferer for many years. 30 days after following your program, I can report the following results. Blood glucose dropped from 310 to 98. Blood pressure lowered 10 points on the top and the bottom. Cholesterol dropped 16 points. Your How to Reverse Diabetes plan is a breakthrough and a true blessing. Thank you for all your help. My family and I are forever grateful. Listen to what Sarah Vaughan has to say. My tears of joy are flowing as I'm writing this mail. After reading your ebook titled The Diabetes Reversing Breakthrough, I had tremendous changes in my life. On April 22, 2011, I was diagnosed as a diabetes patient and was put on medication. Later, one of my friends passed me your ebook, which I digested all during my 8-hour flight from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia to Brisbane, Australia. After following your program, I did another checkup in Brisbane on June 3, 2011, and I was amazed by my lab results. My doctor told me that I'm no longer a diabetic, that I am free of diabetes, and that I can stop all medications. Matt, I am deeply grateful to you for creating this fantastic ebook for everybody. Please let me know when you're in Australia, Fiji, or New Zealand. I will be your testimonial because I want to help you let as many diabetes patients know that diabetes can be cured. God bless your noble work. Here is proof from Sarah Vonen's medical records once he learned from his doctor that he was, after following this program for 3 weeks, diabetes-free. Now, take a look at what Marilena emailed us. After being a diabetic for many, many years, I'm extremely happy to report that thanks to your book, my blood tests are now showing that I am completely free of diabetes. Saying thank you does not seem to be strong enough, but God bless you and your work just begins to express my feelings. Then there's Andrea, who not only dramatically cut back her medication, but also lost nearly 20 pounds. I would like to report that after reading your book on reversing diabetes, I managed to reduce my doses of medication between 50 and 80%. My blood sugar levels used to be high 200s and 300s. Now they're in the low 100s and below 100. As a bonus, I've lost 18 pounds. I'm on my way to a diabetes-free life, and I am happier than ever. I can never thank you enough for giving me a new life. And I can't forget John, who struggled with type 1 diabetes. He shared, I found out I had diabetes type 1 at age 20. I can honestly say I have never felt healthy since I was diagnosed. So I begin reading this 106-page program, How to Reverse Diabetes, and I'm stunned by the reason I have never felt healthy and energetic all my life, let alone since I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I think if I'd known what the underlying cause was 20 years ago, I would have never developed type 1 diabetes in the first place. I could have changed the diabetes symptoms in a few days with only small changes to my diet and lifestyle. Matt first clearly explains what is wrong with drugs and the health system in general. When I was first reading it, I didn't understand what this all had to do with diabetes, but in fact, it has everything to do with diabetes. It has to do with all disease. The next section, he goes into the details of health from a cellular level. Why are you tired all the time? How can you change it? What 5 ingredients does your body absolutely need? Matt then goes into the foods you should eat and the ones you should avoid to reverse your diabetes condition. I was surprised to hear a lot of common diabetes diet food myths debunked. Then came the part where the author describes the reason for several diseases, including diabetes. Again, I was glued to the screen to learn the reason I was diabetic in the first place. Now, I know why I have diabetes and could have changed it years ago. Then the book gives a 10-step formula to reverse, cure diabetes. Yes, even cure type 1 or drastically reduce your need for insulin. This book may very well have saved my life. Then there's Candy, who was able to completely eliminate her meds. She says, your program is absolutely a miracle. I am on day 15 using your method. I am completely off all medications. I have absolutely no negative side effects. All my pain is gone. My gum tissue and roof of mouth are regenerating. I now can use my right hand without stiffness or pain. I am walking comfortably on my knee. The knee my doctor says needs a replacement. I also discovered bonus side effects. My hair was dry, frizzy, and gray. It is now soft, silky, and gray not as noticeable. My dry, scaly, flaky skin is now as smooth as a baby's butt. I'm in total amazement. I have literally been on an amazing ride. I would have been delighted with relief from my disease. This experience exceeds all expectations I could have ever imagined. The amazing hair, skin, and my mouth tissues are all bonuses. I can't possibly thank you enough for taking both the time and interest to personally contact me and offer me your total support. Thank you so much. Can you even begin to imagine what it would feel like to make your diabetes disappear like this? If you trust your instincts and go with the scientific evidence, this can all happen. You can get results just like these, even better, and you can do it all starting in just a few moments from now. So look, I want you to get all the help and support you can with reverse diabetes today. But I also want you to get even more, and that's why when you order your copy of Reverse Diabetes today, I'm also going to include 3 additional bonuses that will help you gain optimal health and well-being in even less time. Here's what I've got for you. First, you'll get Lessons from the Miracle Doctors. This power-packed 177-page book takes you by the hand and shows you, no matter your current level of health and fitness, how to quickly and easily get in better shape than you've ever been in your life, inside and out. It's a $49 value, but you'll get it for free when you order Reverse Diabetes today right now. Then, your second bonus is one that I'm really proud of. It's called The 10 Deadly Health Myths of the 21st Century, and it's going to expose the dirty little and big secrets that the medical industry has been hiding from the American people. This is a must-read if you want to protect yourself and your loved ones. It's valued at $47, but it's my privilege to offer it to you at no cost when you grab Reverse Your Diabetes today. And if that weren't enough, I'm also going to include one of my all-time personal favorites, This all-in-one book shows you natural and organic remedies for just about every ache, pain, allergy, and sickness you'll ever encounter. And most of the remedies can be made from things you already have in your kitchen. I just know this is going to become one of your faves too. It's valued at $49, but yep, you guessed it. You'll pay nothing when you reserve your copy of Reverse Diabetes today. So I'm sure you're wondering what it's going to cost to take advantage of everything. Today only, you can try it risk-free and only pay for it if it works. That's how confident I am on how powerful this program actually is. I want you to try out everything you learn in Reverse Diabetes today for 60 days. That's over 8 weeks, and it's more than enough time to see the dramatic results you've heard about here today. If at any time during those 2 months you don't feel 100% shocked, amazed, and totally satisfied, I want you to return the program and I'll fully refund your investment. Let me say that another way. If you don't reverse diabetes, I need you to ask for a refund. I know this program works and only want it in the hands of people who are ready and willing to commit to success. If it's not the right time for you, I insist you ask for a refund. As a thank you for believing in yourself and giving Reverse Diabetes today a try, I'll also let you keep all 3 bonus gifts at no cost. So let's talk dollars and cents. You would expect to pay hundreds, perhaps even thousands of dollars for a 100% proven and 100% guaranteed system, right? But that would put it out of reach for most people who really need it. I developed this system so that people like you could get access to the groundbreaking help you need to get well, once and for all, and permanently. So even though the bonuses alone are worth $145, and even though over 55,000 people who have used this system can now call themselves ex-diabetics, making this the #1 ranked program for reversing diabetes, and even though my colleagues have begged me to offer it for no less than $249, you're not going to pay anywhere close to that much, not even remotely close. I don't want anything to stand in the way of revolutionizing your health. So, when you order right now, you'll get Reverse Diabetes today, plus all 3 bonuses, for one payment of only $47. That's right. For the cost of a single copay, if you're lucky, you can treat yourself to freedom from diabetes forever. Plus, since you're fully protected by our guarantee, you actually have nothing to lose. $47 is a teeny tiny price to pay when we're talking about investing in an all-natural solution that will change your life for the best. No more drugs, no more needles, no more embarrassment, no more limitations. I invite you to click on the big button below. When you click on that button, you're telling yourself and the world you're ready to get your life back, and all for only $47. And best of all, since Reverse Diabetes today is 100% digital, you'll gain instant access to the complete program and the bonuses. That means you won't have to wait for anything. Yes, you're right, this does keep getting better and better. Again, it's your choice. It's always been your choice. The difference now is that you're aware that you have an option. You've learned that there's a way to go far beyond hiding the symptoms and begin treating the very source of the problem, your pancreas. And you've discovered that it's much easier, quicker than you ever could have believed, to actually become an ex-diabetic. Something that you probably never thought would happen. I want this for you. You don't have to be tied down because of your diabetes. You can break free, and you can live the life you've only dreamed about since being diagnosed with diabetes. All it takes is the click of a button. I guarantee it'll be the best decision you've ever made since finding out you had diabetes. I look forward to seeing you on the inside and hearing your success story very soon.